Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of 410 Sports Talk. I'm James Haskell, along with my co-host Glenn Martin, and of course DK in the background. It's another Friday night preview episode of the Baltimore Ravens against the Houston Texans. My gosh, against the Houston Texans. I'm not drinking, I promise. I'm like slurring my words. And we are looking forward to it, I think some more than others. But, before we dig too deep into this, I'm at least grateful that we're playing a game in which, Glenn, believe it or not, we are still favored to win.
Well, I think we were. I think it's shifted.
Really?
I think.
I was just on ESPN, and we are still the favorites. 55 to 48% likelihood. 55%.
What's the spread, though?
I don't know what the spread is.
Because that is really the telling factor. And I think they are favored.
The spread is, so we're plus 1.5.
Yeah, so we are slight underdogs. Yeah.
But did you know that we are also the favorites to win the division still?
Which is, I mean, the disrespect.
DK told me that. I'm not going to act like I knew that.
Pittsburgh should feel so much disrespect.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is insane. What's going on, Travis? What's going on, Zeke? They should feel incredibly offended by that. That is insane to me. We are decimated. What is anyone in the odds making? I might have to put it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to put any shekels on the Steelers to win the division.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious,
I almost said it. I mean, it just seems, dude, we're so decimated, and they have such a head start. I mean, it just seems like, but this is a game we're going to get our bounce back. This is the game where we get some swagger back, and maybe we realize that, hey, some other guys need to make plays and step up in the absence of Lamar Jackson. Okay. And that I think I heard coach, or maybe it was even you, Jimmy, that just said, hey, look, empower guys to know that, hey, you know what? I can make plays too. And then once Lamar's back, maybe, we'll be starting to hit on some all cylinders. Axel brings up a great point. RIP to Arthur Jones, former Ravens defensive lineman, member of the last Super Bowl team, 39 years old. Of course, he's famously a part of a famous trio of brothers, with Chandler Jones also getting to the highest of heights as a pass rusher in the NFL. And then, of course, their brother, John Bones Jones, over in the UFC is considered to be the GOAT in that sport. So 3 brothers achieving the highest level of their sports. And I mean, Arthur Jones gone far too early, 39 years old, passes away. Once a Raven, always a Raven. Everything I've seen from his former teammates have said this guy was a hell of a guy, a great teammate, great competitor. Didn't hear the cause of death yet, but man, 39 years old is so, I mean, dude, I'm turning 38 tomorrow, guys. So,
shout out.
Appreciate that. But to think that I'm just a year away, I mean, breaks your heart. I'm sure he's got family that are just sick right now. So, dang, rest in peace, Arthur Jones.
Yeah, man. One of the guys, I mean, he was a late, I mean, he had to be.
Yeah.
6th, what was he, a 6th or 7th round?
5th or somewhere in the back end.
The earliest he was a 5th, and productive football player in his career.
Yep.
Went on, I think he got paid pretty well by the Colts, didn't he? Got
that contract from the Colts. He did.
And got his bag.
Playing next to Haloti Ngata and Terrell Suggs. Yep.
Yeah, man. So hopeful that, his family, and not hopeful, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm hopeful that they're doing their absolute best in this moment. But to your point, Glenn, thinking about him and, of course, his family. But let's talk about this Houston Texans, Baltimore Ravens matchup. We got a lot to talk about because we got at least under center, we got a different player, and I think that offensively this game will look different. So first of all, of course, let's talk about the injuries to the Baltimore Ravens, because that is on the top of mind, I think, for everyone. I know that some guys came back to practice. I know we had some folks go down this week. So there's been a lot of moving parts. Glenn, do you have a list up?
I always have the list.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't have the list ready, Jimbo. I mean, of all days to not have the injury list, I mean, ours is like it looks like a CVS receipt at this point, the length of that. So I'm trying to pull it up right now. But I mean, oh, you got it? Okay, I'll let you.
Let me pull it up.
I think Cordell had it. Oh, there he is. Look at that. How fast you did that. My goodness.
Is that DK?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in a little bit, DK, on that?
Yeah.
It's a little bit far off. But I mean, look how long our list is. And it's a list of course.
Go ahead a little more, DK, if you don't mind.
Virtually all starters and key contributors.
I'm like making the gestures with my finger. Such an old person, dude.
What's going on, Lindsay, in the chat? Purple Haze. Oh, you talking about Purple Haze said Tez might be in the doghouse because he's on our show. No, that can't be. Well, he did say the Lions were just like the Browns. But Chidobe Awuzie, which I liked, by the way. I liked that he said it. Chidobe Awuzie is not going to be in this game after really, I think one of the real bright spots in our secondary, at least in my opinion, a guy who was seemingly making plays, playing aggressive. He's out, has been out all week of practice with a hamstring injury. I mean, how unlucky can the Ravens get? Kyle Hamilton is one of the few people who make it out of the game okay, and then he hurts his groin in practice on Wednesday and hasn't practiced since. So his availability is very much so in question and in doubt. Marlon Humphrey already ruled out with the calf injury. Same with Lamar Jackson with a hamstring injury, and Emory Jones, who finally returned to practice, is already ruled out, but it does look encouraging given that he got every day he got a practice session in this week. Good news, Travis Jones and Tyler Linderbaum both taken off the there's no concern. They're going to be playing full practice, both guys, on Friday. Odafe Owe, I'm hearing reports he may have injured his eye in a meeting room. I don't know.
What? That's a real thing?
No, I think it was troll. I think somebody said he's the only person to ever get hurt in the meetings. I think he got poked in the eye very powerfully in practice, and that's what is causing his eye issue. He is DNP today, very much so questionable. But Jimbo, I got to say, man, I saw a chart, and one of these analytic charts. They have a chart for everything nowadays. And, of course, the pass rusher chart I was really peeking on to see what our guys have been up to, because we know what they've been up to, absolutely nothing. But I need to see it in the form of a chart. Dude, Odafe Owe's win rate, Jimbo.
Isn't it like 4.6?
Dude, it's the worst in the whole league. Literally not even close. He is, when they'll be like an outlier for a good reason, like where Puka Nacua is and where Myles Garrett is. Well, he's on that, but for the bad reason. He wins never gets double teamed, and he never wins. He never gets double teamed, Jimbo. Never. They're like, we do not need to double team this guy. They're like, you're good. Absolute crazy. Brandon Steele says, happy birthday. I think that's to me. Appreciate you. And by the way, I have a birthday wish I want to shout out. Happy birthday to Davis Mooley, who turns, actually, I don't recall how old he turns, but he does have a birthday tomorrow. Birthday buddies.
Let's go.
So shout out to Davis Mooley. And appreciate you watching and always being a faithful listener. Let's see also Roquan Smith ruled out with a hamstring. Pat Ricard remains out with a calf. Ronnie Stanley, questionable, but encouraging that he practiced both the last 2 days in limited fashion. Brent Urban and Kyle Van Noy look on track to play. It would be big to get Kyle Van Noy, especially if Odafe Owe's eye poke prevents him from getting out there. Nate Wiggins did not practice on Wednesday, but has returned in full fashion. Looks like he's going to be playing.
Piece of positive news there.
Oh, my goodness. Thank God, right? Like, if we didn't have him, too. Holy smokes. Now, on their side, Danico Autry's not going to be playing. Already ruled out due to a knee injury. Harrison Bryant looks like he's good to go. Nico Collins, same thing, good to go. And then Fatou Kazi is out, the D tackle with a shoulder. Jalen Reed out with a knee. Derek Stingley, there was some questions, but I have no doubt with the oblique injury, he's going to be out there locking down whoever the heck he's following. I'm sure it's going to be a tough matchup, whoever he's following. But as you can see, we're at the disadvantage here.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, my feelings towards the Ravens changed dramatically, but I finally come around to terms that anything that happens this season is just gravy. Like, my expectations are low at this point. So it's almost at the point where it's like, dude, just let it rip and see what happens type deal. Yeah. So now I'm very much like, look, next man up. Doesn't matter what the injury report says. You're in the NFL. Go prove it. Prove your paycheck. Go out there and get it done. And, keep your team in contention, man. I think that's all you can do. Contention, I don't know if that's even the word. We're not in contention, but keep the
them out of the drain. Alive. Yeah, keep them out of the drain. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let us beep, 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 beep.
No flatlining.
Yeah, none of that. And I'll tell you what, I know we're going to break down the offense and the defense, but Glenn, before we talk about stats from the offense, I want to start this conversation, then I want you to give a little bit more of your thoughts on it, because these are my thoughts. I talked about it in the last show we had with Coach, but obviously, guys, this offense is going to be fundamentally different with Cooper Rush under center. I would never, ever, in any scenario, want Cooper Rush under center instead of Lamar Jackson. But is there anything that has you, I'm not going to say excited, because that's not the right word, interested, like intrigued because
Yeah.
of the difference instead of Lamar. So like, namely for me, I could be checking all your boxes right now, but like I said it before, does Derek get the ball 25 times a game?
Yeah.
Do we get the ball to our receivers on some shorter stuff? Not that Lamar wasn't doing that before, but is it dialed up a little bit more because it has to be? Overall, so I want to get your thoughts there, and then we can break down our offense. But is there anything that has you intrigued for this week that you wouldn't be because it's Lamar under center generally?
Yeah, I think it gives the opportunity for other players to potentially be the hero of the game-changing player in the game. I think too often, I think sometimes people can tend to get lulled into this this sense of, well, Lamar will make a play. And as Ravens fans, we all do it, but I think players, tend to do it too. Like, oh man, this is a big situation. Get a little tight. Well, Lamar's here. He'll make a play for us. Well, now there's no Lamar. So I think it may encourage others to step up and make plays. And then once Lamar does come back, maybe that'll continue and we won't have to rely so much on the legs and arm of Lamar Jackson. So that's the big thing for me, is just empowering others to say, you know what, this is my game. I'm going to take over this game. I'm going to be the difference maker in this game. And it doesn't have to be Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, to your point, like, can Zay be the hero of this game? Can 22 be just like you said, be the hero of this game? This is one thing I know. There's a lot of things in life that can mask other problems you have, right? Like, money doesn't make you happy, I don't believe, but it can mask problems.
It's big time.
It can be a huge problem solver that you have to be more creative and patient and persistent to solve otherwise. Yeah? I think that's fair to say. I think the run game is money for this team. Like, it is our monetization, right? Like, how many things can the Ravens mask with a good run game? They can mask a bad defense. They can mask a subpar quarterback play, right? They can mask a potential lack of downfield opportunities because the offensive line isn't doing great in a passing situation, in protecting the quarterback in passing scenarios. It can really mask a lot of things. And man, I hope, and I'm excited. I'm not excited. I'm interested to see if we do that. No Crust says Ravens need more Ramseys and less Marlows. Need some dog mentality. Owe, Ajabo, and their projects are not it. Show me Owe sack that looks like Suggs. Now, I agree with you on the Owe stuff. I got to be honest with you. I think that I'd rather have Marlon on my team than Ramsey. I'm just not a Jalen Ramsey guy. He might be better in a lot of people's minds, and that's fine. I'm not a Jalen Ramsey guy. Just me. Yeah,
I tend to agree with you there. I think Ramsey might certainly be better in some areas, but I'd rather take Marlon, even though some of his off the field antics drive me crazy. But I don't like Ramsey because he calls out his teammates in public, points to his teammates' poor performance in post game interviews. I don't like anybody who shames their teammates in really any fashion. But he is a good player, no doubt about that. Nathan Wells is a new member. Shout out to Nathan Wells. Appreciate you. But Blackula brings up a point. I just want to quickly mention. I think last night what we saw from the Niners, who were also, by the way, completely decimated by injury.
Every other year, I feel like that. They get it bad, dude.
They do get it bad. But in fairness, they keep paying guys who've gotten injured in the past. So
that's true.
You kind of get what you pay for. But I think what we saw from last night is how important coaching is. And I think this is a huge opportunity for this coaching staff to show how important they are, because they won with a ragtag group, beat a good Rams team that thought they were, thinks they're going places this year, big time. And he had Mac Jones as his quarterback, and Shanahan led them to victory. And so why can't we do that with Cooper Rush? I mean, Cooper Rush has more, I think, good experience when it comes to like wins and putting out good tape. Again, he has a pretty good touchdown interception ratio. He's a 9-5 career start as a starter, where he started the game and finished, I think, 10-5. You include a game he enters midway. So why can't, what has Mac Jones done until he got there?
Right.
Absolutely nothing, except look like he has a worse body than me with no shirt on. And that's saying something, let me tell you. So I think coaching absolutely needs to be the strength of this team. We have got to win the coaching battle against the Texans. If nothing else, I think we have to win coaching, and we have to win the special teams battle, which we haven't done really very much at all this year, especially when you consider our kickoff leads the league in penalties. I mean, all we do is kick the ball out of bounds with Tyler Loop. Guy's lucky he's kicking so good field goals because, I mean, he can't land it in the freaking landing zone. But we have got to be the better team when it comes to coaching and special teams. And if we don't do that at the very least, I don't see an avenue.
And do you think that at this point in his career, I mean, I think I know your answer here, but does Derrick Henry, does he have the juice to carry an offense? Does it be the centerpiece of an offense right now?
Yeah, absolutely. You just need to give him the ball. You gotta feed this guy the ball.
Gotta stay persistent
to it. Yeah, and I get his point. Like it's not easy when you can't sustain drives. You can't run the ball very much because if you run the ball on first down and get stuffed, then you try and throw it on second, gets incomplete, and then third. Now that's one carry on the drive, and now you're punting.
Look, Monken, just give Gimli a call. Talk to him real quick.
The little
Greg
guy?
Roman.
Okay.
Just give him a quick call. Just a quick, hey, Greg, look, I know we're both in the AFC, but like, give me a 30-second master's course. How do I get it done here for 2 games?
Right.
I mean, Greg, dude, could you imagine? Greg with Derrick Henry is like Monken with Lamar Jackson. He would be salivating, right? You're telling me I got Derrick Henry? There's a plethora of options that I have here. Remember, he used to say that word wrong?
Plethora. Cyclical. Oh no, that was Marty. Cyclical.
No, but freaking, he would get up on the mic and say plethora. Pretty sure it's a plethora. Anyway, it's like Mator. Yeah, I have a clip of the offensive line doing some drills, and I'm really concerned about Ronnie Stanley. DK, if I pull this clip up, are we getting popped? It's a clip off of Twitter. It's 14 seconds.
I think we should be good. Yeah.
All right. I just want you to take a good look here at Ronnie Stanley because I'm not convinced.
Well, he's first of all listed as very questionable. So,
dude,
it's very possible Note Boom's out there, which, oh, God.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, let me.
I don't know if I'd rather have Carson Vincent out there.
Seriously. All right, let me add this to stage. Now, watch Ronnie. He's the last one to go in this line. Watch him all the way through and his hesitancy to plant. But when he's done the drill, like when he's up by Note Boom up there, they hop off the ladder to the right. Watch him walk away and watch the extremely noticeable limp here. It is rough.
Oh, no.
All right, here we go.
I'm watching him already. I could beat these dudes in this drill. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, no chance. Oh, my God.
You see that, dude? See how bad that was?
That looked terribly painful, and nobody was hitting him.
Oh, dude, there's no way he's playing football.
And by the way, Jim, we're going to get into it. This team has 2 ridiculously good pass rushers.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the Ravens offense really quickly. I know that I'm just going to give you some quick stats here, individual stats as far as the Ravens go. Zay is still our leading receiver, 305 receiving yards on the season. And of course, Derrick Henry's at 284, not receiving. That's rushing. He's still averaging 5.8, which is ridiculous. He does have 3 fumbles, the same amount of touchdowns that he has. That's brutal. But look, and then, the other stuff to me, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you could throw Mark Andrews, talk about him, of course. He's at 128 for the season, 15 receptions on 18 targets. But I just feel like the rest of the stuff kind of goes out the window in this game because it's a Cooper Rush offense now. So, tell me about their defense, Glenn. What's you're right. Who's the kid they got on the outside? Who's the high draft pick when they went 1 and 2? Will something?
Yeah. They got Johnson. Will Anderson Jr.
Will Anderson Jr.
Yeah, so they got 2 really good pass rushers. So I'm going to zoom in here just so we can kind of see. But they're right there, back to back on the screen. Will Anderson Jr. and Danielle Hunter. We all know about Danielle Hunter. He's been around the league forever.
Glenn's wanted him on the Ravens for how many years now?
Since he came out. I mean, this is he's like the closest thing I saw to Terrell Suggs in the sense that he was good right when he got here, and he's been good every single year since he's been here. So. He's got 4 sacks already. Will Anderson Jr.'s got 3 sacks. I mean, that is as good a 1-2 punch as you'll find in the league. So that's kind of scary. Now, the rest of their D-line isn't impressive. I mean, they got some run stuffers, but nobody that scares you as far as the rest. But that's all you really need is 2 studs that go opposite each other. I don't know how we're going to – Jimbo, we can't leave either one of these guys alone on either side. So how Like, the question is, how much help are we giving them? It's got to be a ton, because I don't think you can leave them alone unless you plan to get the ball out of your hands very quickly. Like, I don't see it. They got some linebackers who are undersized but can run. EJ Speed's one of them, lives up to the hype, or to the name, I should say. And then Aziz is their leading tackler. But again, undersized. Can we take advantage of that? Can we kind of use the beef and run through these guys? Because I don't think we're going to have much success trying to like run around them or run away from them. I think we got to try and, especially those DNs, we got to put a body on them and wear them down with the run, and hopefully that'll kind of change how they pass rush. And on the outside, Lassiter, good player. Stingley Jr. was the second overall pick in the draft. Very good player. So they're good on the outside when it comes to their corners. And then on the inside, let's see here. Let me get my notes. Petrie's got one interception, plays a lot of nickel for them. He's a good player. So they got a good defense. Like they're going to fly around. They're going to be obviously more aggressive now that they're playing the Ravens, just like every team it would be if they were playing a Cooper Rush, Joseph Noteboom. Like they're going to be loading the box, and man, it's going to be a big game again for Todd Monken and Cooper Rush, because I think that what they have to do is, obviously, like you mentioned, they have got to establish the run. Have to be stubborn about it. Like, be bullish about your run game. I don't care. You have got to establish it. If you do not, this game is over. And then off of that, I still think you get the ball at Cooper Rush's hands quickly, no matter what you do. I don't think there's going to be many opportunities for like very many deep routes, 7-step drops, unless you can get a ridiculous run game established, and then you can run play action. And
that's what I was going to ask. Is there any way we get a play action in here, dude?
That's the only way they're going to be able to get any deep routes. They can't just drop back standard and expect a 5-step drop to be held up by these tackles against these DNs. There's no way. I think there's going to be a lot of getting the ball to his hands quick. A lot of those rhythm passes that you see a lot, particularly from backup quarterbacks, where you try and get their confidence by quick, rhythm hit passes. And I do think there's going to be an opportunity for guys to potentially make guys miss in open space. This is a game where we have got to get a ton of yards after catch. We cannot allow these guys to be the first guy to tackle you. You have got to at least make the first guy miss, because they're going to get the ball out of Cooper's hands. They got to. They absolutely have to. So our receivers have to win early. We have to make people miss in the open field, at least the first guy. And then we have got to establish the run, or I just don't think we have a chance.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, if we do the old abandon the run trick, it's going to be a long, long game. And that doesn't really matter. I think that goes for whoever we're playing at this point, because our defense is just porous, right? Like they just
so bad
are. Yes. So awful. So No Crust says Ray pointed out that that's defense should always be talking. Okay. The defense should always be talking.
Yeah.
Roquan did that with PQ, but now I don't see it since got paid and lost PQ, lost a step or soft. Yeah, I see a lot. I mean, I guess there needs to be more. Obviously, there needs to be more. But sometimes I want Kyle and the secondary to stop moving their hands and shut up for a second before the ball is snapped for 0.2 seconds, so they can just look at the ball being snapped. I swear, sometimes like Marlon is doing this, and I'm like, Marlon, you just got burnt because you're too busy doing hand signals, dude. Like, just But anyway, I also understand the point. Like, you need to be, anybody that's played a team sport and has played defense, your defense needs to be loud, needs to be in unison, and never be quiet, all hustle. Like, I get all of those principles defensively. So I agree with your point.
No, I see what you're saying. Like, I don't need Marlon with his head turning when the snap is coming. So
it's like,
get it done before the snap. I agree with you there. But to No Crust's point, like, we don't. I want to see guys lined up, and you need your leaders to be the ones who get them lined up. And too often I see people just standing around, looking around. I don't see checks after the offense makes a check. Like, it just seems like, to his point, the communication isn't what, it kind of should be. But yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it happens this weekend. I will say, if you have any shot, again, at beating this, offensively and moving the ball, Jimbo, I'm scared to death of these pass rushers. I'm wondering Like, do you think Cooper Rush? I saw practices of the option. Do you think we're going to see?
No.
I don't know if you put this on DK. I haven't even looked at him. I might need to get a special over under on Cooper Rush's rushing yards. What are we thinking? What
5?
are we thinking? Is it that bad? I'm just saying, why the hell is he? I saw a clip of him practicing. I'm like, why? Why? Why are you? What are you going to run the read option with Cooper Rush? Can't do it. John Jay says, yeah, the worst is when you have back-to-back delay of game penalties. Like, what the hell was that? That was so ridiculous, those delay of games. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable to see them happen. So, yeah, you got it. You can't have penalties. I mean, look, this is a game, guys, that we say it all the time. You got to win the turnover battle. But honestly, if you took every game and you just looked at the turnover battle and then see who won, I guarantee the rate would be like 90%. It's that crazy. Mm-hmm. So it seems hyperbolic because we could say it about every game, and that's certainly true. But this game more than ever, you got to win the turnover battle. You got to win the playoff, the penalty battle. You got to be better on special teams, and you got to be better coached. Got to.
Yep. Couldn't agree with you more. What's your take on their offense? I know obviously CJ Stroud, like you talked about, I love myself some Nico Collins because he's taken me far in fantasy. But what's your take on their? I mean, look, any offense is going to look great. So take the stats and add like 150% to each category, and that's what they're going to do. Like, I'm not trying to be, that's probably just true, right? It just is what it is. And that's why I also think our rushing attack, keeping our defense off the field, is our best defense.
Yeah, it really is. Sustained drives.
Yeah, let's do that and just not make mistakes. But yeah, talk about their offense. What's your take? And are there any weak points, et cetera?
No doubt. Well, I'd say CJ Stroud, I mean, still a very good football player, but I think he's disappointed since his rookie year. I mean, 4 touchdowns, 3 picks, not where I think he expected to be. Sacked a lot, 10 times. I think that's a big reason. We talk about the need to have a good offensive line. And I mean, CJ Stroud's a perfect example of that. He doesn't trust the guys in front of him, and therefore his play has suffered because of it. So, CJ Stroud, but he's still a good player, still CJ Stroud, but I don't think he's where they expected him to be. And I don't think he is, where he expected to be either, but he can still hurt you. Nick Chubb is averaging 4 yards a carry, but I don't think Nick Chubb is the scariest part of their backfield and I don't even think it's close. And even though Woody Marks is only averaging 3.9, if you guys saw his last game, he had, in my opinion, I think he should be the lead back now. This guy has more, he's younger. Nick Chubb's had a lot of injuries. He's an older guy. Woody Marks put on a show last week. I don't have the stats in front of me right now, but I know he absolutely put on a show. I was watching him. Dude runs hard. He's got burst. Watch out for Woody Marks even more than Nick Chubb. But look, against this defense, Nick Chubb's probably going to have 100. I mean, we got to stop the run, but I'm scared to death that we just don't have the horses to do it. Nico Collins.
What do we even do?
Yeah, we're gonna have to remember the old they're not that old, but the old Buffalo Wild Wings commercials where they would put the sprinkler head up to trip people. That's what we need. We need somebody. We need like turf monsters grabbing people's ankles and tackling people for us. Nico Collins, like you see there, leading receiver, he's a stud. 6'4", can absolutely run. Runs every route, catches everything near him. Dalton Schultz, receiving tight end, not going to give you a ton, down the field or as a blocker, but he can move the chains. There's no doubt. Woody Marks, I just mentioned, not just a runner, also a pass catcher. And the rest of them, who cares? It's all about those guys right there at the top. Like I mentioned, No Crust says 20-plus carries with Henry as a Raven, 9-0, simple. Yeah, well, you got to be successful in those initial carries in order to get to 20 plus. But yeah, hopefully that's what'll happen. So yeah, I mean, their offense has some players. I mean, if this was the defense we thought it would be, I wouldn't be that nervous about it because Nico Collins to me is the only one who scares you on the outside. Dalton Schultz, okay, but he doesn't run good enough to where like we can't stop that guy. He's not one of those tight ends. He's a solid tight end. And then we always stop the run, right? Like that's what we did. But now you have to look at it totally different in a lens of, all right, Nick Chubb's going to have a $110. Woody Marks is going to have another 90. Like that's what scares me is that this isn't the same Ravens defense we're used to,
Yeah, man, it's a total different game, right? Like throw out the tape.
Yeah.
The defense is so riddled with injuries, the offense as well, that it's going to be an interesting watch. But to your point, I think that this is a manageable task I thought you brought up a really good point, Glenn. I think offensively, defensively, we should have the coaching staff and enough players to get this done.
Yeah.
The other thing too is like, will we not make the mistakes? Right. That's if we can just play football, live to fight another down, and tackle in space.
Tackle. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like if we can just do those things, I hate that.
So many missed tackles.
Right. And I feel bad sometimes saying if we can just do those things, but in any sport, like, I don't know, man. You remember when Tim Duncan would show up in a game and it was so boring to watch and he would drop 28, 15, 7
6
assists,
blocks.
4 blocks. Yeah.
Yep.
His stat line would be stupid. He'd hit 8 out of 10, 8 or 7 out of 8 free throws or 11 out of 12, whatever. And he'd say 2 words the whole game and go home. Right. But then you look at his stat line, you're like, what the heck? There was nothing amazing. Like the best thing about Tim Duncan was he was the best in the world at fundamentals.
Yep.
Like it was ridiculous. I mean, Kevin Garnett left off the screen back in the day.
Yep.
But Tim Duncan was a better power forward. I'm sorry. I'll break it. I'll tell anybody today to their face.
Oh, he's the greatest power forward of all time.
And
I think
Kevin Garnett was much more fun to watch.
Oh, he's a better athlete. But I think to your point too, Michael Jordan matched all that. Plus, he was the best at the fundamentals. Like he did it all.
Right.
So, yeah.
And he just happened to be the most athletic, the most explosive, and then, fundamentally the most sound. So, like, can we just play fundamental Tim Duncan type football?
Yes, please.
Do the things we're supposed to do, guys. Like, I feel like it sounds so simplistic, but dang, can we do it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you can't, here's the thing. It's a game where you need to tackle well. This is the same defense I think they missed 30 tackles in one game, or they missed 20 tackles. Oh, it was 30 pressures, 20 missed tackles in one game. It's so insane. And can they improve their tackling in the absence of Marlon Humphrey, arguably, I mean, one of their best tacklers for sure, super physical. Kyle Hamilton, maybe their best tackler. Or if it's not him, it's Roquan Smith. All three are likely not going to play. And then you stack the other guys on top of that. It's like, so yeah, I mean, these guys are in the NFL. They've tackled a lot of players in their life, so they need to tackle well, but it just seems like such an uphill climb when you consider all your best tacklers, at least in theory, aren't going to be in this game most likely. Now, hopefully Kyle Hamilton, maybe, but man, I certainly have my doubts. I will say their offensive line isn't spectacular. They got a rookie left tackle. Obviously, Tunsil's not there anymore. They traded him to the Commanders, and I think and maybe if they could do that again, they might change their mind. I don't know what the contract really looks like, but Ursary, I think is how you say his name. He's a big guy, but he's not very quick-footed, and so maybe Kyle Van Noy coming back if he's healthy. Because I wanted to say Odafe Owe, but look up anything about pass rush, and he's the worst in the league. So we can't even count on Owe if his eye. I mean, he might be out there with a patch, and it's pathetic. I mean, it's absolutely pathetic. And look, Jimbo, I hate to say it, and now he gets some leniency because he's a rookie. But Mike Green was kind of right near him in a lot of categories.
Yeah, it's not great.
But he gets a little bit of a pass, of course,
sure,
because he's not in year 4. But I didn't like seeing that. I was like, damn, why is Mike Green right next to him? Shit.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Let's see. No Crust says, have the talent. They are overthinking, not reacting.
And the talent might be hurt, No Crust. That is the thing that could be legitimate at this point. Is there the talent to get it done in this game? I think in this game, the answer might be yes. Speaking strictly defensively, I think we have the talent offensively to still get this game done, even with, of course, the best football player on the face of the planet, and Lamar Jackson. I think we have a supporting cast enough to get Cooper Rush to a victory here. But defensively, that's the hard part. Do we have the horses? I don't know, man. Certainly up front, I think the answer is pretty definitively no. Like if that's you can't be overly dependent on just those guys simply stepping up. It needs to be, like you said, Glenn, the coaching needs to be better. You need to out-coach them. You need to out-everything them
Yeah.
because just saying, "Oh, we're more talented," is just not the case.
And like Adam, I can't believe I didn't bring this up earlier. Adam78, appreciate you pointing it out in the chat. Big talk's been who's going to be wearing the green dot. Buchanan's been wearing it in practice in the absence of Roquan, who typically wears it. But I know there's also been talks with Malachi Starks potentially being aware of it because Kyle Hamilton misses, and so does Roquan. We don't have anyone on this defense who's worn the green dot before, Jimbo. And now we're giving it to a third-round rookie in Teddy Buchanan and saying, okay, we didn't even really expect you to be the starter. We kind of expected it to be Trenton. But now not only are you the starter, you're the starter in Roquan's spot, and you're wearing the green dot, commander of the communication on defense. This is an insane amount of it's just so many things, Jimbo, are stacked against this defense. It's insane. It's insane.
People are like, well, he went to Berkeley. So did Aaron Rodgers, guys. So did Marshawn Lynch, guys, who actually think is much more intelligent than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, well, just don't ask Aaron Rodgers that because he'll tell you he's the most brilliant man in the world.
That's fine.
Yeah, he will. He would just ask him, and he will tell you, and he'll do it with the most arrogant, shit-eating grin that you've ever seen. But
Isn't it crazy because those are always generally the dumb people.
Well, when you're not smart enough to know how not smart you are. But look, he throws the football well.
He does throw football well, but yeah,
not as well as he used to. That's for sure. But yeah, look, this is an uphill battle for this team. I mentioned it earlier, but my keys, I got a bunch of them. Got to win the special teams battle. He's been doing well on kickoff or on field goals, but he's got to improve the kickoff and kick coverage. Got to win that. Got to be the better coach team. Got to be the team with the better game plan. Because our team doesn't seem to be good at adjusting mid-game so we got to come into the game with a good game plan. I think when we typically make adjustments, it's out of panic and worry, and not for good reasons. So hopefully we're the better coach team going into it. Got to tackle well on defense, no doubt about it. Absolutely have to. And then you got to establish the run. Those are I think musts that you have to do. I feel like I'm missing something, but those are my kind of keys to the game.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm with you there, Glenn. And you know what? I've been hitting so much on my X factors, Glenn.
Yeah.
You got to admit that. I get a gimme this week.
Well, I will say 2 weeks ago, I called Mark Andrews. He had 2 touchdowns.
You did. Last week, I called Justice Hill.
That's good. That's a good one. He was the only one who had anything.
The only one. He was the only factor.
Yeah.
The X factor. He's the only factor. But I'm going with Derrick Henry here because he has to be. He's the ultimate gimme, but he has to be the X factor. He has to be their offense. It has to be Derrick Henry. He's got to take out the old high school uniform, put it underneath the Ravens jersey, and just say, I don't do any of this other crap, coach. Just give me the dang football 50 friggin' times and live with the results. Okay?
Hey, let me ask you this, Jimbo. Will this be the first game we see Keaton Mitchell with this commitment to the run? Do you think it'd be a good idea to have an extra backup?
Nope. No, not that I don't think it's a good idea, but we will not see Keaton Mitchell because the older John is, the more rigid he gets.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
I think you're right. I think in this game, though, it'd be wise. What?
Yeah. I figured out what I was going to tell you earlier off screen, and I'll tell you here. It's okay.
All right.
Do you remember taco bakes, dude?
I still eat them.
Do they still? Are they still have them at the store? I can't find them.
Yeah, it's one of Cam's favorites. Oh,
dude,
yeah.
I made a homemade taco bake today.
And?
Well, this is the thing. I made 2. Okay. Family came home for lunch. I had some set up for Eugene, Henry, Tanya. Tanya ate something else, but point is, nobody else ate their taco bake because it was a little too spicy. Eugene liked it, but he just couldn't handle the spice. I just put a little too much spice in it. Same thing with Henry. It was my bad, so I gave him something else. I ate the whole thing. I just ate the whole thing.
Dang, Jimbo, bulking up for the winter, huh?
Dude, I was like, man, it just took me back to my childhood. I was like,
dude, they still sell the taco bakes, bro.
Dude,
oh yeah.
Anyway, I couldn't find one, so I was like, screw it, I'm just making it.
Oh yeah, I love a good taco bake. Cam's is one of Cam's favorites.
Baby.
One of Cam's absolute favorites. But yeah, hey, look, this could be the game that if they win this game, it keeps their hopes and chances alive for playoffs. It really does. Because next week's going to be even more difficult. If the same cast and crew are missing from next week's game, it's going to be even more difficult against a Rams team. So, who's, by the way, probably pretty embarrassed by that loss, and they're coming off of now a 10-day win. Like, they're going to have extra rest because they just played yesterday. So we have got, if they're going to win one of these, it's got to be this one. And you cannot go into the bye week at 1-5. So this is the most important game right now. No doubt about it. You want to talk about must wins? This is a must win. Even with all the absences, even with the uphill climb, they still have got to win this game. Got to. Mad Rastus does not have any confidence in the chat. Holy smokes. 0 confidence in the chat from the Mad Rasta. But Jimbo, didn't we have an announcement to make, right?
We have an
in the
announcement.
private chat.
Oh yeah, we do. Last week's over/under winner, DK. How many did they get right? Was it 4 out of 4? Jeez, whiz.
Ace.
4. We posted it on Instagram because we forgot about it in our depressive state in the last game.
Yeah.
End winner 0505 on YouTube won. Be sure to 3 out of 4. Yeah, shout out. Be sure to DM us in any social media platform, not in the comment section. Please send us a private message with your address and shirt size, and we will then follow that up with a shirt delivery.
That's right.
Shout out. Who won for us last week, DK? Do we know that?
Oh, he's putting something together. He must have won.
That means it was him.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, shoot.
4 out of 4.
Baby. My
Dang.
gosh. You know what that means, Glenn? That just means you had the least amount of faith in the team, so you probably
No.
The least amount on everything. That's what happened.
No. Winner, chicken dinner. That's right. Glenn with the dub. By the way, if any gamers in the chat, I gotta say this.
Do it.
It's pretty exciting. I play Call of Duty. I play Warzone. I ran into Doc yesterday randomly. Took out the Doc at the top of the tower in Verdansk. Just for those who know what that means. Shout out. Took out the Doc. Didn't even know he was playing. Took out the Doc. Mad Rasta says the Ravens content creator have more heart than a team fire EDC. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think that's what irritates people like us who are, look, we're just fans, right? That is all we are, just like you guys. And I think when we see that it looks like it means more to us than it does the players is when it tends to get under the skin of Ravens fans. And look, people can say you shouldn't be so emotionally attached to a football team you don't play for. Fine. I am. And I want them to be. So when it certainly bothers me when it just seems so nonchalant for them to win. And look, I know they're still getting paid, but I want them to care a little bit. So
absolutely
appreciate it, Mad Rasta. Appreciate that.
That's right. All right, let's get to our over/under competition. I'm doing it live, dude. Oh, are you as well?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
That's how I did last week. 4 for 4, baby.
That's right. Let's get right to it, DK. You got the back.
To my on the bad fly, trying to let they cast stock, homie, let them know you here. All my ladies that be mad high, get me off like mad lie. Shorty, let me get this clear. Okay, Baltimore the backdrop, rep it like a mascot. I'ma let them know we here. All my ladies.
I never know when it ends, so I don't know when to stop dancing and singing like a fool. I'm always afraid that
we need to put a compilation. If DK could ever figure out how to put a compilation of me and you dancing in the little windows while we wait, we're gonna just put it together.
I know this person is not watching the show, but he is a longtime friend of ours. I'm gonna, I probably won't put him on blast. I'll tell you later. But my mom, when we were kids, used to play very girly country music in the car when we were driving home from places. And then at key parts of the song, she would turn it off real fast to see who was singing.
That's genius.
And it was the same person every time.
Oh, I love that.
Every single time. And it was great. It was a great time. Anyway. All right, let's do it, DK. Over under number 1. Texans sacks 2.5. Glenn, I'll start off here. I'm going under. I have faith in one thing. Cooper Rush being a professional at getting rid of football.
You know what? I'm going to say under as well. And I think it's going to be close. I do. I think they're going to get 2. Man, it's so I just think the game plan is going to get the ball out of Cooper's hands so freaking fast. Yep. So for that reason, I say under, but I wouldn't be shocked at all if DK's right. He says over.
Yeah, DK. All right, let's go to the next one, my man. All right, Ravens over under number 2. Ravens rushing yards. 90.5 is the number. Glenn, I'll let you go first on this one.
If this isn't, it's got to be over. I'm saying over because it has to be.
If it is not, we lose. There's 0 chance we win.
I'm leaving. By the way, I'll be at the game, folks.
Nice.
I'll be great. It was a great game to get tickets to before the season started. Great. Fucking everybody's out. Like, but I'll be there. And let me tell you, if I see that bullshit early, I'm going right down to the sideline, or I'm going as close to the booth as I can get to Todd Monken.
Just go gadget that sucker.
Dude, you know I can.
I know, dude. I'm saying you get a couple rows.
Bro.
Just pop your head around the corner in the booth. Well, hey, Monk. Can you imagine?
It's like a boom mic just coming swinging over. There I am. Yep.
Oh, my gosh. He's like, where's the rest of your body? Oh, it's down in row 12.
That's right.
You know?
Pumping blood up to what I got going on. Okay, don't you worry about it.
You just grab the playbook and throw it out.
My mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Get it out. Go back to the basics.
Give it to 22. You don't need to do anything else.
That's right.
But it has to be. To your point, this was really easy. I'm sure DK knew that making this one. It had to be.
I just wonder how much of that 90.5 Cooper's going to get himself.
Half. He's going to get the 0.5.
All right, let's move to the defensive side of things. Texans rushing yards. Oh, man. DK, why is our over-under at 90.5 and theirs is at 125? How did we get to this point?
It's going to be over, though. It's going to be over.
Oh, my God. How did we get here? We're the greatest running team in history. Nobody stops the run like the Ravens. And look at the disparity.
Yeah, it's going to be over.
That is unbelievable. Yeah, we might need to get.
You know what, Glenn? I'm going to change this up. I'm going to go under.
Oh, there's where he lost. I'm going to say over.
Okay, well, look, when I lose because I have faith, this is what I'm going to say.
Here we go.
Let me give you my reasoning.
Because you're going to say I don't have faith.
Well, I think that if we stay true to the run game, and we can say we get ahead 7-0, and say miraculously our defense does something, and then all of a sudden we get up by 10 points. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And if a frog grows wings, he won't bump his ass on the ground.
Wait. But we both agreed that Derek has to get the ball 1,000,000 times. So there's a chance.
But it has to work in order for that to happen.
Well, but there's a chance it can work. Our offensive line has shown the ability to be an effective rushing offensive line. Effective. I'm not saying excellent. Effective. Yes. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why Derek's averaging a hair under 6. It's not just Derek.
Well, no, but part of it is
Lamar. That's fair too.
And Ronnie
But all I'm saying is that if we can get up, there might be a chance they pull a Ravens and they start abandoning the rush. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
You know,
I just hope
we can't be the only one that makes that mistake.
No, that's right. That's fact. That's a fact.
So anyway, painting myself in the corner here, but I'm riding, baby.
Well, I'm going to say over, and so is DK. All right, Texans red zone percentage, 74.5% is where it's set. What do you think?
100%. I don't know. I'm going over. Like over is the right answer to say. Right,
but that would mean they'd have to at least get there 4 times and score 3, because if they get there twice and score 1. Or 3 times and score 2, they'd be under that. So they'd have to either score every time or get there at least 4 times and only miss it once, right? Like, my math's correct. Let me call Bob Pierney.
Red zone percentage, obviously. Never mind. I'm not even going to ask the question. All right. Yep, we're going to move on.
He's like, what the fuck? No, if they get inside the 20, how often do they score a touchdown? That's the percentage.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Duh, right?
Yeah. Wasn't questioning humanity.
I say over as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I do, and I hope I'm wrong. DK says under. Okay. Well, look, you were 3 out of 4 last week. There's their one. You missed. There's the one right there. Flo Nose is in the chat. What's going on, buddy? That's a touchdown only, Blackula. Touchdown only. Yep. So they score field goals. That doesn't count. We would love it if they just scored field goals. Holy
field
smokes.
goals all day, baby.
All right, first tiebreaker. Over under is the total. Wow, that's low. 40.5 is the total. What do you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'm going over.
Man, you think we put up 28 points?
28 points. We're at home. I don't think that they're incredible.
Okay.
I think they get in my mind, they're a notch worse than whatever statistically people statistically that they are, and win-loss record wherever they are. They're already a notch worse because they're in the AFC South, which is just to me doo-doo. And not that the AFC North is much better this year. So I think we got a chance here. The NFL today, 28 points is like 12 when we were kids. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
28-23, Ravens win.
Okay. Well, I put my score in there. I put the winner in there. It's 20-17. Do you see? I'm saying under. Can you see on the thing who I put as the winner?
Oh. No, I can't. Oh my gosh.
I may have dropped the font size a couple.
To what? You're going with the Texans, Glenn?
I don't want to be right here, but I just have a hard time. How many stops do you think our defense can manage? That's where I'm at. I'm like, how many stops in the game is this defense going to be able to put together? I don't see more than 2. I hate it, but I think I don't see more than 2. And then I go, okay, can we score that many times? I don't think we can, Jimbo. So I think we lose the game 20-17, and I hope the heck I'm wrong. You made it super big. That's what she said. 20-17 is my score prediction. DK says over, but interestingly didn't pick a winner. What do you think, DK? Oh, Ravens win. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're riding. See, Glenn, this is what happens.
Didn't you pick us to lose last week?
I did.
Okay. All right.
I did. In the less obvious scenario, I did.
Oh, do you hear my dog?
She pissed.
I think there's a fox running by. You know, we got fox in the neighborhood, and my dog does not like it.
Can you believe, Glenn, a fox a few months ago, side of my house, running down the street right here in the city, just boom, barreling down the street.
Where would it live?
Maybe at the park, Patterson Park.
That's true. You're not far from the park. That's a good point.
But still. Yeah. Anyway. Well, let us know what your guys, of course, I don't think we mentioned this. You guys can participate.
Closest to the pin, Jimbo.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, closest to the pin. My bad. All right, let's do it. Glenn, you haven't put yours down. My total yards for the Ravens and second tiebreaker, 338. So really, Glenn, are you about to box me in here?
No, I didn't. Look, I'm mature. I'm very mature. I did 295. 295. I could have put 337, and you'd have been completely screwed.
Freaking DK over here. What'd you put? 340. Thanks, DK. Oh, did you put that first? See, I didn't even see DK. I'm over here pissed off because I think he put his in after. My bad, DK. You know what? I feel bad about that now.
You should.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, the Ravens need to win this game.
Yep.
And I hope to heck that I'm wrong about my prediction that they lose. I think they obviously can win the game. There's no doubt about it. They have enough to beat this team at home. I think they do. And I think there's a bit of I think the Ravens have a bit of a leg up, and the Texans have no idea. They they think they know what they would do in that scenario, but they don't really know what we're going to do because there's no tape for the Baltimore Ravens with Cooper Rush as their quarterback. So I think that bit of unknown, that bit of mystery, if the Ravens play it well, could be used in their advantage. So that's what I'm hoping for, that the mystery catches the Texans off guard, gets us just enough points, and that the defense just gets just enough stops to win the game.
Let's go. However it happens, it happens. I just know it's going to happen.
I love it. But that's it for us, folks.
That's right.
Of course, we will always be back post-game to let you know, to let you vent, to celebrate. Whatever happens. We will be here live after the show as soon as it's over. Oh, my neighbor's walking his beagles, and that's why my dog was going absolutely nuts. Not happy. By the way, is it a little late to go for a dog? I mean, maybe not. When you have a yard? I don't know. Surf City, appreciate the happy birthday wishes. Thank you so much.
I'm not taking my dog for a
38,
walk when I
guys.
have a yard.
Yeah, exactly. 38. What do you think? How's it look?
Looking good, dude. You're hanging in there.
Look at this. Look at this. No bald spot.
Let's go, baby.
See that, folks? This is not. I have a big forehead.
It's
But I'm
true.
not balding. Oh, for sure. For sure, dude. For sure. And all right, never mind. I was about to get, I get a little crazy sometimes, Jim. I was a little crazy right there.
Yeah, let's
But I didn't say something so stupid like I normally. Yeah.
good. Leave it alone, Glenn. I know it's
I'm leaving
tempting.
it. Oh, I'm gonna hold it in.
Look, that's it for us, folks. We'll see you after the game before Glenn says something done. Ka-ka! Ka-ka!